So I've got Clipper going with the Sonic pad, and I don't know exactly what this configuration is. So you're in Creality Print, you select your printer, you have what they call one-click printing. I tried a couple different things. Anyway, I sent the file. I could see it loaded 100%. It wasn't doing anything. Then you could click either on main sail or fluid, but if you click on fluid, it still goes to main sail. I'm not really sure that I understand what these two different things are. I guess I thought fluid was the liaison between the printer and main sail, and that basically the Sonic pad is just basically a Raspberry Pi made by MK Maker, whatever the hell. So the webcam has quite a bit of lag on it, like a lot, and I don't know how to change that. I tried to fiddle around with it earlier, but it's cool. It just worked, the first time. So that in itself is good. So I don't see anywhere on the Sonic pad how to do input shaping and that sort of stuff. But anyway, so this thing's like literally behind me, but this is how I have it set right now. Looks like it's screwing up too. Hopefully that's just some doo-doo. So I just clipped this camera on here and just have it aimed at that thing, and just an experiment. So anyway, it's aimed at it, and I guess the main issue with using this printer is that it has a lot of print failures, and so I don't know if like a lot of these are that way. Also, I still got to go in and adjust my E-steps. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to do that on this one, because I know how to do it on Marlin, but I don't know how to do it in here. But it looks like it's printing okay, so we'll just let it do its thing. It looks a little stringy, so we'll come in here and adjust it a little bit. But that is annoying that the success thing pops up every time you change temperature. Okay. We'll go down to 230. I don't remember what they wanted on this. This stuff's like, I swear to God, it's PLA and PETG mixed. They say 210 plus or minus 10 degrees. And it says it's only good for, according to them, 30 to 70 millimeters a second. They want the bed to be 65 plus or minus 10. I noticed certain types of filament don't print good at anything above like 50 millimeters. Now, for a while, all I had was printers that would print at that speed more or less, and occasionally, I could run them at 150, and usually problems would happen. But this one here, it's got to be printing really, really slow. It's printing at 25 millimeters a second. I don't know what it was sliced at, but even at 25 millimeters a second, it's still kind of having problems. It doesn't look like it's under extruding. It actually looks like it's over extruding. Oh, this one I probably don't need to change the E-steps, because the only thing that was changed was direct drive. I forgot about that. So this one's not, it doesn't have the different gear ratio because it's not using one of these. But there is going to be less slippage, I think, because you have less resistance. So it is possible that the E-steps would need to be calibrated with direct drive. Some people say they don't need to be done. Some people say they do. So I figured, well, I'm just going to run it like this, try and get a few useful prints out of it, and just test it and see how it's going to do. So I'm just reprinting another battery door for an old school Game Boy. So this time I'm using gray. And the other one I printed, I had a brim, and for some reason the brim covered the entire back, so it sealed in these little steps. But other than that, it turned out okay. So I'm gonna print it on this and see. I haven't really found any particular use for these 3 printers because they screw up all the time. So, like, literally, there's no reason I would use these when I have other ones that are twice as fast that don't screw up. But I do. Boy, that's some good bed adhesion there. This stuff here, boy, it really sticks. But I don't know if you guys can hear the wind in the background moving everything around, but here we're getting wind and snow right now. And then it's gonna be like 70 degrees tomorrow or something, who knows. So I guess the Sonic pad is probably pretty cool. And if you have a Creality printer, I mean, like, it's really your only intelligent option, but if you're gonna run like other brands of printers, specifically like the SV06 Plus, you'd probably be better off to buy their MKS Pi unit instead, because I just heard that this really kind of doesn't behave very well with the SV06. So I don't know. The guy that I got mine from, he had one, and I probably should have originally bought it from him, but I did not. So now I've got one, and I don't see why I would really want 2 of them unless these were working really good, because the SV06 is actually in the house, and I have it in there because then it doesn't have to be affected by temperatures. This one here is probably going to have problems because of the temperature, so you might see some of the PETG start to curl up off the bed, maybe. Right now it's making a mess. And, sometimes if I see it do that, I stop the print and I'll come in and mitigate the problem. Let's go in here. I still think the temperature is too high. Let's go 10 degrees lower. Go 220. Good. And then see how long it takes to pause it. Are you sure you want to pause? Yes. Good Lord. It really takes forever to get these stupid things to... See, I don't want that on there. So what I'll do is I'll come in with the nippers and I'll just remove it. I mean, you're better off to try and remove it, or you can just start your print all over again. But it definitely doesn't look great. See, this is why I just really don't get excited about these printers, because first of all, I've got those pyramid printers, and they are basically like the CR10, and they perform better than this. I don't know if I can hook one of them up to the Sonic pad. That'd be kind of cool. Hard to say. So what I think is really cool about the Ender printers is there's just so much stuff out there for them. And they're easy to maintain, and the parts are out there, and they're super cheap, and there's lots of mods, and there's lots of things you can print for them. I mean, you could spend a year printing all the things that you might try out with these, So, Anyway, I want to try and figure out the input shaping. I'm just kind of looking at this thing going, okay, Z, Y, and X does that have to be like pointed in a certain direction? And I think like one guy, like he just like clamped it, you know, but I'm not sure. So that'd be the next thing I want to try once I get it printing better. Like I don't want to do anything with it now because it's not printing good now.